Hey guys, welcome to Edge Sports Network. Nick here. Today I got a very special guest interview on the site here, Robin Duncan, Vermont men's basketball. Robin, thanks for joining us on the site today.
No problem. It's great to talk to you today.
Great to have you on. I know it's a hectic time. You got Corona going on, crazy time in sports, no sports going on. So hopefully this interview gives the people something to look forward to, talking some sports here. Something everyone needs in their life right now, I feel like. But we'll start with your high school days. I know, you're from Indiana. I know other than your brothers playing at Vermont, which we'll get into a little bit later, why'd you come out to the East Coast to play basketball? Was the transition hard? Is it different out on the East Coast? What's kind of been your experience, between Midwest basketball and East Coast basketball?
Well, I love the East Coast, honestly. I kind of fell in love with it. But, obviously, I came to Vermont. I first caught my attention because of Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been a dream to play with Ernie and my brothers, and obviously that's probably the main reason why I went to Vermont. But if it wasn't for Ernie and Evan, I would have gotten the interest from Vermont. I probably would have decided to go there as well because it's such a great place. It's so beautiful, and obviously the coaching staff is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the best staff in the nation in my eyes. But just Vermont in general is just the people, and East Coast is unbelievable. And obviously I love the Midwest. I love Indiana, but I'm starting to really like the East Coast.
And is the style of play any different? Like, I know a lot of teams in the Midwest have kind of their style of play. You got your West Coast style of play, East Coast style of play, supposedly. But when you're actually out on the court, do you notice any differences in how the pace of the game is, or just the overall style of offenses, defenses?
Well, yeah, obviously, college, high school to college is a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
The pace and getting used to just the energy of college basketball. I remember I slumped middle of the season of my freshman year at UVM, kind of just wearing down. High school season's not even close to a full college season.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously our pace and our style of offense in Vermont perfectly fits me. Just a lot of spread, a lot of drive and kick, just kind of motion ball, which is great for me, trying to get out in transition and feeding different guys. But that's kind of the style of offense we have in Vermont.
Excellent. Yeah, and I know in high school you were one of the top players on your team, captain, MVP your junior and senior year, and your ball movement was unbelievable. Your passing was great. You were ranked nationally, 7.8 assists per game as a junior, 9.8 as a senior. For you, what's so important about ball movement, getting other guys involved? And obviously it's ranked pretty high in your game. Ball movement's been big for you at college as well. So what's kind of the, backstory behind that? Why do you like getting guys involved and kind of spreading the floor?
Well, it's kind of like, I can't shoot as well as Ernie and Everett. So, when I was growing up in the gym, I would rebound and pass. So I would do ball handling,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd rebound for Ernie and pass to him. So I feel like I kind of took that to my game the most. But I just love getting other players involved and seeing other players score. I'm really big on team, and
Mm-hmm.
I just love seeing my teammates succeed. So honestly, every year it's just kind of like, just what can I do to help our team win? And that's kind of what our culture is at Vermont. It's just about winning.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's kind of doing their role. But for me, it's just always been getting guys involved and having guys on my team at Vermont who can score and can shoot is really nice for me.
Mm-hmm. And I know, you carried that over to college, the ball movement. Your freshman season, you had the most assists on the team, ranked 11th in the America East Conference. And last season, both years that you've played at Vermont, you guys have had great seasons, but obviously this year was cut short. Last year, you guys got to play in the NCAA tournament. I know a ton of people, probably wonder what that's like. I'm just going to let you talk about this here. What is it like playing in a game in March Madness? What is that atmosphere like? What's the arena like? How's it feel to just be out there on the floor in a game such as that?
It was, in my opinion, it was the craziest game of my life. Just in the energy in the arena,
Mm-hmm.
it was just a totally. I honestly didn't. I didn't ever felt tired at all. Like conditioning wise, I didn't feel it because it was just so. It was so exciting and just like I don't know even how to explain it. It was something I've never felt before. But playing in that tournament, I definitely wanted to do it again this year. But obviously, the corona kind of ruined everything. But obviously, the health is people's health is more important than basketball right now. But yeah, it was, and especially to do it with my two brothers was surreal as well. I mean, so I remember that one play I threw it to Everett, and he threw it to Ernie, and just seeing that every once in a while and then is still crazy to me. But yeah, it was just an unbelievable feeling playing in the tournament. Definitely want to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, are you nervous going out there too? Because I feel like, I mean, I play pickup games back home at the YMCA, man, and I'm getting nervous just as that is. I can't imagine going out there in front of thousands of people, nationally televised game. Are you nervous, or is it one of those things where it's kind of like just the adrenaline takes over, and you kind of don't realize? I mean, you obviously realize what's going on around you, but do the nerves, are they there, or do they just kind of go away?
Well, I mean, I think the first couple of games of my freshman year, like Kansas, Louisville, and I would say I wasn't at the time, but now looking back, I definitely was a little nervous and just like seeing all the people in the stands. I mean, obviously high school games are packed, but nothing close to college. And then going throughout the season of playing in front of our fans, we're selling out every game at home and kind of prepared us. And really, just was no reason to be nervous to play Florida State in the tournament because, you know, obviously we're not favorites, we're underdogs. We want to prove why we're there. And there was really no reason to be nervous. It was just exciting and just no pressure at all to play in that game.
Yeah, I mean, it must have been a great experience. And I know throughout your first two seasons, you've gotten a lot of play time for Vermont, gotten plenty of minutes. Obviously, as we just talked about, you had that experience in the NCAA tournament game. So how has that, you know, amount of play kind of helped with your development so far? Obviously, you still got plenty of time left in your college career, but how have you seen yourself grown over these past 2 years in college? And, you know, what parts of your game have you seen really get to the next level from high school?
Well, obviously our team is just so incredibly deep. That's why we've been so good. I mean, I started freshman year. I started half the season, 3/4 of the season, and then obviously I started coming off the bench. And my sophomore year, I started about some games. I came off the bench, but that's why we're good, honestly, because I'm willing to, and other guys are willing to sacrifice things to win. And obviously, my biggest thing I try to work on for my freshman sophomore year is my jump shot. And I think I definitely improved it, but I just kind of have to get the mental side of it. It's kind of just believing I am a shooter. But I'd say that's the biggest focus for me was kind of getting my shot ready. Because, I mean, I didn't shoot it too bad my senior year of high school, but in college is a big difference. Playing with so many fans and kind of getting used to that was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 years left, still plenty of time, of course, but next season, it'll be your first year without at least one of your brothers on your team. So I know you guys had an extremely strong bond, kind of became this known trio in college basketball in the America East Conference. How's it going to feel next year being the only Duncan on Vermont?
I mean, I am, sad about it, but honestly, I'm ready to kind of carry it myself and not have to worry about Ernie and Everett on my back in practice, especially. But I mean, I'm definitely gonna miss those guys and Anthony Lamb and Daniel Giddens. But I think we're ready to start a new era of kind of getting rid of the team, the 2017 that was really good and went undefeated in conference. But we're gonna try to carry the torch on and push our culture forward.
And I mean, to close up here, what are you kind of looking forward to in the future? I mean, we're in a really weird time right now, obviously, with sports and stuff. This season, obviously, the way it ended, might be a little bit weird to kind of get back into the swing of things once college basketball returns, once sports return and whatnot. But what are you guys kind of looking forward to in the future here for Vermont? Obviously, very good program. You guys still got a lot of potential, a lot of talent on the team, coming off 2 really good seasons. What's kind of the future outlook for this team 1-2 years down the road here?
To see if we can continue winning. I mean, obviously Anthony Lamb is probably one of the greatest winners to come to Vermont. He kind of helped us win over the past couple of years, and see if we can continue that on. I know Steph Smith, and obviously our best player on the team, and Ben Shungu and a couple of our transfers are ready to continue that winning culture. But that's honestly our biggest thing is how we continue to win. You know, we obviously want to keep our kind of at the top and kind of show them we're still top dogs without Anthony Lamb and Everett and Ernie and all those guys. But I definitely think we're ready for it, and Steph Smith is ready to carry the torch.
Yeah, you guys certainly have a bright future. Plenty of basketball to be played left for you in your career. Hopefully we can get basketball back soon. Glad you got home safe, as I mentioned before we went on the interview here. I'm sure you're glad to be home in this hectic time. So yeah, I mean, thanks for joining us today here on Ed Sports Network for the interview. Definitely glad to have you. Thank you so much. Definitely glad to have you, man. And best of luck for the next 2 years of your career. And, you know, hope all goes well. Hopefully we get basketball back soon. And hopefully you and your family are doing all right in the midst of this pandemic here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. Robin Duncan, everyone. You guys can go follow him on Twitter. A link will be down below. And you guys can also check out the Vermont men's basketball team page. We'll put the link down below as well. But Robin, thanks again for joining us. And guys, we'll see you on another edition here of an Edge Sports Network interview. Thanks for joining us, guys.